What if the rise and fall of the mightiest empire the world had ever seen was not merely a series of historical accidents, but a meticulously foretold act in a grand, divine drama spanning millennia? What if the echoes of its ancient power still resonate within our modern world, shaping our destinies in ways we scarcely comprehend, all according to a blueprint laid out thousands of years ago, a testament to a wisdom far beyond human grasp? Our journey begins not with the thunder of legions, but with the quiet wisdom of a young Hebrew captive, Daniel, in the opulent courts of ancient Babylon. King Nebuchadnezzar, ruler of a golden empire, was haunted by a terrifying dream. A colossal statue, dazzling in its splendor yet chilling in its composite nature. Its head was of pure gold, its chest and arms of silver, its belly and thighs of bronze, its legs of iron, and its feet partly of iron and partly of clay. Daniel, gifted with divine insight, stood before the trembling monarch and unveiled the dream's profound meaning. A succession of world empires, each destined to rise and fall, each represented by a different metal. He spoke of a kingdom, strong as iron, that would crush and break all others. This was Rome, a power destined to bestride the known world, its legions marching with an unstoppable iron will, its laws etched in stone, its architecture a testament to eternal ambition. This prophecy, whispered in the ancient world, set the stage for an unfolding drama that would grip the very heart of human history. Imagine the grandeur, the sheer, breathtaking scale of Rome at its zenith. Picture the gleaming marble of the Forum, a bustling heart of power and intrigue, where senators debated the fate of nations. Envision the awe-inspiring Colosseum, a monumental arena echoing with the roar of 100,000 spectators, the clash of gladiatorial steel, and the cries of those condemned. See the vast network of roads, meticulously engineered, stretching like arteries of conquest and commerce from the misty shores of Britannia to the scorching sands of Egypt, binding an immense empire together. The legions, disciplined and ruthless, their eagles glinting under the Mediterranean sun, were symbols of an empire that seemed destined to last forever, a beacon of order, yet also a crucible of oppression. This was a civilization of unparalleled power, innovation, and ruthlessness, a force that would shape the destiny of nations and, as prophecy foretold, clash directly with the very heart of divine revelation. The sheer weight of its power, the crushing force of its iron will, was a palpable presence across the ancient world, a testament to Daniel's vision. Centuries later, in a remote province of this colossal empire, a different kind of kingdom was quietly being born, not with legions and steel, not with imperial decrees and marble monuments, but with love, truth, and a whisper of hope. In the humble town of Bethlehem, under the decree of Caesar Augustus, a child was born. This child, Jesus of Nazareth, the promised Messiah, came not to conquer with earthly weapons or to establish a political dominion, but to establish a spiritual reign, a kingdom not of this world. Yet, his path was inextricably linked with the iron fist of imperial decree, a testament to the precise unfolding of prophecy. His message of radical love and forgiveness stood in stark contrast to the brutal pragmatism of Roman rule, setting the stage for an inevitable, profound confrontation. The ultimate confrontation reached its agonizing climax on a desolate hill outside Jerusalem, a place forever etched into the annals of history and prophecy. Golgotha. Under the watchful eyes of Roman soldiers, indifferent instruments of imperial justice, a cross was erected. This brutal instrument of execution, a symbol of Roman cruelty and power, was used to execute the King of Kings, the very Son of God. The empire foretold by Daniel, the kingdom of iron, was unwittingly fulfilling its prophetic role in the darkest hour. As darkness descended upon the land that day, the earthly power of Rome, in its most profound act of injustice, served a divine purpose. The cross, once a symbol of Roman terror, was transformed into the ultimate symbol of sacrifice and redemption, a light piercing the profound darkness of human sin and imperial might. But Rome's role in prophecy did not end with the crucifixion. Just decades later, the empire unleashed its full fury upon Jerusalem, the very city where Jesus had walked and taught. Titus's legions, relentless and unforgiving, besieged the city, ultimately tearing down its magnificent temple stone by stone, just as Jesus himself had prophesied. The smoke rising from the burning city, the heart-wrenching cries of its people, the utter devastation. These were not random acts of war, but the precise fulfillment of ancient prophecies. The images of Jerusalem in ruins stand as a haunting testament to the prophetic accuracy that had foretold this very moment. As the nascent Christian faith spread, it faced the full, terrifying might of the Roman state. From Nero's fiery persecutions to Diocletian's brutal campaigns, believers were hunted, tortured, and executed with relentless cruelty. They were thrown to lions in the very Colosseum, their faith tested in the crucible of unimaginable suffering. Yet, with each martyr's bloodshed, the faith grew stronger, a testament to a spiritual power far greater than any earthly empire. On the desolate island of Patmos, an aged apostle named John, exiled for his faith, received visions of staggering intensity. Recorded in the book of Revelation, he saw beasts rising from the sea, symbols of oppressive earthly powers, a great harlot seated on many waters, and a city called Babylon the Great, drunk with the blood of saints and martyrs. Scholars have identified these symbols with Rome, the beast representing its imperial power, the harlot its pagan idolatry, and its persecution of the faithful. Revelation painted a vivid picture of the ongoing spiritual conflict, the ultimate triumph of God's kingdom over all earthly powers. Yet, the story of Roman prophecy takes an unexpected turn. The empire that had persecuted Christians with such ferocity eventually embraced Christianity. Emperor Constantine's conversion marked a seismic shift, transforming the very fabric of the empire. Rome, the ancient seat of pagan power, gradually became the spiritual heart of Western Christianity. Daniel's vision spoke not only of an empire of iron, but of feet of iron mixed with clay, a kingdom that would be strong yet brittle. The Western Roman Empire eventually fractured, giving way to a mosaic of kingdoms across Europe. But its legacy endured, not just in law, language, and architecture, but in the very structure of European civilization. The Holy Roman Empire, a 1,000-year attempt to revive the imperial glory, was a direct spiritual and political successor. And what of today? The echoes of Rome are everywhere, woven into the very fabric of our modern world. Look at Vatican City, a sovereign state within a city, wielding immense spiritual and diplomatic power. The very language of its ancient rituals, the Latin tongue, is a direct link to the empire that once ruled the world. Consider the European Union, a confederation of nations, striving for unity and economic power, yet often plagued by internal divisions. Is this the modern manifestation of Daniel's feat of iron and clay? The prophecies concerning Rome are not confined to dusty scrolls of ancient history. They are a living narrative, unfolding before our very eyes. They speak of the transient nature of earthly power. No matter how grand, they speak of a spiritual battle that transcends empires and epochs, a conflict between the kingdoms of this world and the eternal kingdom of God. The rise and fall of Rome serves as a profound testament to the meticulous detail of divine foresight. The story of Rome, therefore, is not just a lesson in history. It is a profound revelation about the future. It calls us to look beyond the headlines, beyond the shifting sands of political power, and to discern the deeper, eternal patterns at play. It challenges us to ask, if these ancient prophecies concerning Rome have been fulfilled with such astonishing accuracy, what does that say about the prophecies yet to come? The empire that once seemed eternal now stands as a monumental signpost, pointing to a truth far greater than any earthly power.